Greetings, buddies. Consequently, the state of enlightenment, and what is the potential mistake as I perceive it to be? What is the error of enlightenment? First and foremost, friends, this is about achieving completeness. That is, an enlightened individual comprehends all and lacks nothing, being wholly immersed in love, experiencing the utmost and complete ecstasy, devoid of any further desires. Such a person possesses everything. Friends, in terms of growth and development, I firmly believe this is a highly beneficial phase for rest, relaxation, introspection, and moving forward towards our goals and aspirations. From the point of view of enlightenment, a person enters this sphere once and cannot come back. I firmly believe that if the freedom of will disappears as a divine gift, it is already a capture of the soul which cannot be undone. That is why I state that the majority of individuals who have truly gained knowledge, well, in my opinion, describe the fact that they are unable to bring it to a close, and it is unstoppable. It solely involves people who are being controlled by powerful entities, specifically benevolent ones, influenced by certain beliefs, yes, including hypnotic and trance-like characteristics. These are individuals who do not have any alternative but to be the person they desire to be. I desire thus to ecstasy in that place, to enlightenment, to love, affirmative, I desire, negative. Whether I desire it or not, there is a lack of choice. In the absence of choice, it signifies a lack of freedom to exercise one's will. In the absence of free will, it becomes a state of captivity, irrespective of one's moral character. Possibly from this good thing, something will unfold at a later time. Who knows, right? It's hard to say for sure. In my belief, as long as an individual positions themselves correctly and internally constructs their own corridors, determining what to pursue and what to avoid, they truly embody the essence of a living person. This is an individual who makes errors, an individual who possesses the capability to learn from their errors. Imperfect individual. An individual who finds himself in imperfect circumstances due to his own lack of intelligence. And if there's an inner core of sobriety and ruthlessness towards oneself, if there's an inner core of this genuine desire to know the truth, not to deceive oneself or be dishonest with oneself. In this scenario, a person truly develops spiritually. That is, spiritual growth often occurs in conjunction with suffering. It's strange, it's a paradox, but that's how it is. Spiritual growth most often comes when a person starts to pray, when a person is really bad, when a person cries out, "Lord, help." The mind, its movement through life, has driven him into a position where he understands that without a miracle now, he won't survive. And of course, individuals relax, individuals forget, yes, individuals rolling in this freedom of choice more frequently opt for some peculiar things, yes, opt for pleasure, opt for alcohol, chooses smoking, drugs, and so on. All this leads to dependencies, all this leads to even greater complication, that is, there are more subpersonalities. A person pushes deeper into their dark beginning. Instead of revealing it and looking into the depths of life force, understanding where the desire to live, move, grow, some kind of activity comes from, that is, such an inner beast, the first chakra. Instead of all this person engaging in flirtation with social games, she becomes entangled in even greater confusion, even greater restrictions and layers of programs, including ideas about enlightenment. An enlightened person ought not to display or reveal their emotions openly or outwardly. He should always be in positive emotions. An enlightened individual should avoid swearing or speaking altogether, because the mind speaks already. If an individual is enlightened, there is no one left to communicate with. One enlightenment is enough because there is also one enlightenment everywhere. If a person is enlightened, well, there is no need to work, no need, to take care of children. And I, pals, would like to share with you that genuine love, true care, can only be truly understood and experienced when you have children in your life. It is only at that particular moment in time that you truly begin to comprehend the fact that in the present moment you are unable to merely think in the same manner as before. The sense of responsibility arises because you have to think ahead and plan for the future. For this individual as well, due to the fact that he is still incapable of cognitive reasoning. People without kids, let alone enlightened ones, are children. They lack ability to care for themselves, need others to care for them. They don't know what it is. Yes, many people replace children with puppies and some with other little animals, or acquaintances, or another individual. However, I hold the belief that genuine self-awareness initiates around the age range of 26-28, meaning that prior to this time frame, we do not yet perceive an individual as fully conscious. Indeed, certain psychological processes may not have had sufficient time to develop within them. And it would be desirable that in these 26-28 there was still a child for a person. They still had a child. Then awaits true spiritual growth. Then an individual begins contemplating not just about themselves. He begins to understand what true love and care are. Unrequited love. Love simply because it is your child. When there are a multitude of them, it is truly an astonishing phenomenon. In any circumstance, you no longer have the opportunity to become the same person you once were. If you became a mother, if you became a father, if you became a parent, you would truly understand the profound nature of care and experience the boundless depths of unconditional love that comes with parenthood. In this particular case, an individual has the capability to create harmonious relationships or something of that nature because they possess knowledge of the concept of care, are familiar with the concept of love. And in other cases, all of these are hypnotic social programs that people engage in, and they also engage in them successfully. I am certain that genuine inner love can solely be discovered in a parent. When an individual approaches what he possesses, a certain feeling, filling these potentials, it overwhelms him. That is, he becomes wealthy on the third chakra, his mind, his ability to express himself and receive benefits from the environment, from society, for his mental or for his self-expression, for some action in the world. All of these contribute to his overall richness and prosperity in life, enabling him to thrive and flourish in every aspect of his existence. The world responds with goods. There are numerous of these goods that you desire to share, that you desire, and have the chance to genuinely give something to the world. Then this energy rises higher, the heart chakra opens up. So when you see people who are younger than 26, they mention that something resonates with them, even if they don't have children. Friends, I can assure you they do not even possess the organ that is capable of responding in an energetic manner. So the energy has not yet risen there. All disclosures, mushroom, some other narcotic, I assure you, these are separate zombie televisions, not connected to each other. Yes, they coincide in certain aspects, but to a larger extent they do not coincide with the actual reality. These are individuals who have become insane and perceive something. They emphasize it, give it great importance, and attach a significant level of significance to it. However, in reality, all of this significance, all of this, yes, as time goes by, reveals itself and becomes apparent. This potential reveals itself. Most frequently, it is water, it is words, it is something that thundered significantly, but nothing happened. It did not give birth. It did not succeed in materializing its full potential. And conversely, yes, the things that truly exist within a person's potential do not necessitate any superstates or extraordinary conditions for manifestation or realization. An individual simply performs their job, simply carries out their work, simply grows and develops, simply shares with others, and simply receives blessings from their efforts and interactions with other people. Receiving blessings from the world, an individual grows spiritually, among other aspects, due to these blessings being proportional to the gratitude, the mental gratitude of one individual to another individual. The primary mistake of the Enlightenment is that people have grasped onto it as if it were a magical wand and firmly believe that this is the ultimate salvation. This is the absolute truth that should be embraced without question or doubt. Simultaneously, hardly anyone surpasses the confines of their own thoughts. Individuals are unable to and have no desire to perceive life in an open-minded manner, to perceive life in a genuinely authentic way. Every individual desires happiness, confidence, and a sense of being on top. They yearn to possess the knowledge and understanding that comes with life's intricacies. However, life is a beautifully complex tapestry, woven with countless paradoxes. It is through experiencing the depths of shame and disappointment that one can truly appreciate the heights of happiness and joy. These contrasting emotions are essential in the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, shaping individuals into their true selves. It is only through hitting rock bottom, through being disappointed in one's ego constructs, in the belief of being good, right, heroic, happy, and so on, that there is a possibility to find true love, true understanding of oneself and the world around oneself. Only by experiencing disappointment in all of these notions can one potentially discover genuine love, true self-awareness, and a deeper understanding of oneself and the surrounding world. The foundation of it lies in the suffering, in the profound torments experienced by an individual, delving into the depths of their pain and anguish. If there are no torments in the soul of this friction between correct and incorrect, if there is no tearing and resistance internally, if there is no desire or need, then nothing will work. It will be just like that, without any impact from advertising. In addition, I will practice yoga like everyone else. I will achieve success in this aspect, such as making my leg and hand positions correctly. That is the extent of it. I participate in yoga. However, I will not even bring up all of these intoxications. Friends, only real life. And if you have made the decision to know yourself, proceed directly to asceticism for self-discovery and inner transformation. Renounce all forms of pleasure. Give up indulging in food and abstain from its consumption. Consume solely water. Renounce verbal communication, telephone usage, online social platforms, and engagements with fellow individuals. Let go of everything. In 3 days, you'll be unrecognizable. 3 days is all it takes to transform yourself. We lasted for 3 days. We can eat a little and then another 4. Let's eat some carrots. 1 carrot, grated. Friends, by the end of this week, you'll fully understand what I'm talking about. A true refusal of everything will give the opportunity to the essence inside you to develop the potential in order to initiate, so that this critical mass is established and some additional expansion commences. Do not take only nails. Do not take only a breath. Do not take only a dark retreat for a day. This will give you beautiful swings, some kind of carousels, slides, but you won't have time to know your essence. Ideally, asceticism should last for 6 months, or better yet, a year, or even better 2, or even better 3 years. And in 3 years, friends, you will naturally comprehend, simply by observing a person, what he is presently engaged in. Undoubtedly, living your entire life in asceticism is undoubtedly challenging. And I advise against going for 3 years, and also against rushing for a year. In my case, it took 6 months. These 6 months I spent in the village at the house of my teacher Fyodor and studied. He was busy reading the books he gave me. I did the exercises he told me to do. I observed Uncle Osha. I possessed discs during that period. There was scarcely any internet. I watched Osha in that location. From an insecure, dependent man, suffering because my first marriage fell apart and so on, just to change, truly transform, and start thinking soberly in order to overcome my challenges and build a better future for myself and those around me. Since that time, Valentin Tresvi made an appearance. Valentin showed up, his brain switched on, and he gained understanding from that experience. What will happen if I'm gone? Nothing. Everything will be exactly the same. The world will not even notice that I am gone. And it is truly amazing, my friends, when you really start to realize it. You start to appreciate the simplicity of being present, like understanding that these are the dishes and they need to be washed. You commence washing it, and during the rotation of these discs, you start to perceive certain universal wisdom. Yes, you begin observing the foam, how it has settled, and there is an absolutely incredible pattern in it. The universe starts to communicate with you through signs. You begin to observe it in the morning, in the evening, in the sound of leaves moving. Here it is, daybreak. This is a straightforward presence, a straightforward perception, without illusions, without its own conjectures. And there is nothing in it at all. There is nothing in it, not that. There are no some super ecstatic states. There are no incredible wise dialogues inside or something. There is nothing. You just see it and understand that here it is. This moment of your life. Firstly, it will never happen again. And secondly, it exists. And in this, it is not so much about ecstasy, but rather the profound recognition that he truly exists in this world. That is the entirety. The value of this moment arises solely in the context of this specific situation. This is where the value of life emerges. In this, there is a significant amount of wisdom. Simple such, not inebriated, flown away from the study of chemistry in the bloodstream, not any particular under some zombie-like practices, under some aggressive exhalations, under some other thing. Just like that. When it just comes like that. In one of the writings I read that it comes takagata, coming like that. It arrives in a sudden and unexpected manner, without any prior indication or warning. He is able to come and go. And when he passes through you at the moment of this suchness, you acknowledge yourself. I suggest, friends, to proceed with caution, to proceed gradually. There is no need to strive for total, absolute enlightenment. It is unnecessary to aim for complete, ultimate enlightenment. It is possible that it could just be death. Light and love, friends, meditate together with us and find solace.